Hi, third graders, it's Mr. Barrett here. Today is day 7, our seller's store. So we've worked on adding decimals, subtracting decimals, and coming up with exact change in buying items. Today, we're going to learn how to give change. When somebody doesn't pay with exactly the amount they owe us in our seller's store by subtracting decimals. We're going to practice making change with dimes and pennies after we do that subtraction on paper with pencil. What you need today is 12 small items from around the house. Maybe you use those same 12 items that you used last week for our buyer's store, or maybe you want to choose different ones. It's up to you, but make sure you get mom and dad's permission for whatever items that you're using. You need a dollar bill. A real dollar bill or play money works too. I don't know about you, but I've got some of these pretend play dollar bills lying around the house that our boys play with. And if you don't have one of those, or you don't have a real dollar bill, I don't have a real dollar bill in my whole house. I looked all around. You can also make one like this. I made one $1 bill that you can use. Have fun making one of those. That works too. You also need dimes and pennies, which we have in those nice little change cups, paper and pencil, and the day 7 activity page, which is optional. I'll show you how to make that. And maybe if you saved those price tags from last week, you won't even have to make it. Maybe you still have exactly what we're going to do. But I'll show you how to remind you of the numbers that you need to make for our activity page today, in case you threw those out. So I was thankful that I didn't yet recycle or throw out these price tags from last week. I'm sorry I didn't mention to set them aside that we'll use them again. But if you did throw them out, you don't have them, please make these 12 price tags again. I'll go through them one by one and you can pause to write them along with me if you need to recreate. I'd like to make a price tag that's 7 cents, that's 0.07, 55 cents, 29 cents, 20 cents, 18 cents, and 86 cents. I got 6 more. How about a price tag of 94 cents, 70 cents, and 43 cents? And finally, 35 cents, 4 cents, and 62 cents. For those of you who are writing those down along with me, probably didn't get a chance to write them all down because I was going so fast. Make sure you just flip the video back a couple seconds and pause after each one. That'll help you get plenty of time to write them down. Now we're ready to play our seller's store. So the first thing you're going to do is take those price tags and put them back on those 12 items from around the house. Today I've chosen a small little helicopter that's worth 86 cents. And then I'm going to have you have a younger sister or brother, an older sibling, or mom and dad, anybody from around the house, come around and buy some items from your store. This time, instead of giving you exactly 86 cents, they're going to come in with their play dollar or maybe their real dollar to buy some of these values or some of these items. So the thing I need to figure out now is if the person gives me one of these dollars and the item is 86 cents, how much change do they receive back? And the way we figure out change is with subtraction. But what really happens when someone gets change in a store is you bring in that $1. And out of that dollar, in a sense, they take away 86 cents. They take away 86 cents from it, and then they have to figure out, okay, well, how much am I going to give you back? If I take away that 86, I don't keep the whole dollar. How much money do I give you back? We call that change. This is a simple subtraction then, $1 minus 86 cents. We're going to practice that regrouping from yesterday. So I'm going to go to next door to borrow because I don't have any pennies. I need to take away 6 pennies. I don't have any here. Go to borrow next door. There's none there as well. I'm going to rename $1 as 10 dimes and then rename those 10 dimes as 9 dimes and 10 pennies. We talked about renaming in our video from yesterday. You can go back and watch it if you need a little bit of review. But renaming is a way we change a dollar into 90 cents and 10 cents, or 9 pennies and 10 cents, which is actually the same as a dollar. It's still 100 cents, but now it's in a much more useful form for me to subtract. 10 cents minus 6 cents is 4 cents, and 9 dimes minus 8 dimes is 1 dime, or 90 cents minus 80 cents is 10 cents. That means I owe my person, whoever's buying my item, 14 cents back in change. 14 cents back in change. Then I'm going to go to my change cups here, and I'm going to get out 14 cents. 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. There's my 14 cents. And I would pick it up in my hand, present it back to my customer, and say, here's your change. Thank you so much for shopping in my store. And then I'd do it all over again and see if you can buy, have somebody buy all those 12 items and get yourself the practice at doing the subtraction on paper to practice your subtraction of decimals and play seller's store. Now, for those of you who are looking for an extra challenge today, I'd like you to try something. I want to make a couple notes about this. I want you to try this only after you've had the chance to sell all 12 items in your store. I want you to have at least 12 times practicing a paper and pencil subtraction of $1 minus all of the items in your store. So please do that first. Don't skip right ahead to the challenge. But after you're done with 12 times of practice of subtracting decimals, $1 minus all of your items, then if you want, you can try this extra challenge. And I call this a mental challenge by using a mental strategy, a mental math strategy. It means we're going to try and figure out the change. Oops, we're going to try and find the change in our head on this one. It's a mental math challenge, and you're going to use a strategy called count up. That's the name of the strategy that we're going to use today, count up. Let me explain to you how it works. The example I showed you of subtraction $1 minus 86 cents gave us an answer of 14 cents change, if you remember that. 14 cents was the amount of change that we wanted if somebody paid with $1 and we gave for an 86-cent item, we had to give them 14 cents back. That took some paper and pencil, took some crossing out, some regrouping. And you may have seen an adult or somebody older than you, or maybe even you yourself, come up with an answer for a math problem in their head. And you might think, man, how do they do that? Well, very few people in my experience actually do a lot of mental math by thinking about crossing out all the zeros and nines and in their head. They come up with a better strategy. And one of those better strategies for change specifically is called counting up. Here's how it works. This is the original 86 cents that the item costs. Another way to find that 14 cents in change is instead of starting with 100 cents or $1 and taking away 86, to start at 86 and count up to figure out how many cents it would take to finish off that dollar. So let's try it. If this is 86 cents, 8 dimes, and 6 pennies, how many more pennies would it take to get up to 90 cents? Think about that. 86, 87, 88, 89, 90. It would take 4 extra cents to get up to 90 cents. And have I counted up to that dollar yet? I haven't. But if it takes 4 pennies to get to 90 cents and 1 more dime, that would bring me to 100 cents or $1. And what do you notice here? When I counted up, it took me 14 cents to get back to that dollar, 14 cents to get back to that dollar, which is the exact same answer I got when I subtracted $1 minus 86 cents. So in the case of subtraction, instead of starting with $1 and taking away 86 cents, it's possible to start with 86 and count up, finish off that dollar, and it actually gives you the same answer. I'm going to give you one more practice with this mental math exercise, and I'm going to set up a new problem here. And I'm going to have you pause the video and see if you can figure it out for yourself. So give me 1 second to set it up. Okay, so here's another challenge example for you. And if you're really enjoying this and enjoying this extra challenge, after this one's done, I'm going to have you invent your own challenge problems and try this with other values. Okay, well, let's try this one together. 43 cents is the amount that this item is, and the person's going to pay with $1. And I could start with $1 and subtract 43 cents with paper and pencil, do all my regrouping, and that would absolutely get me the correct answer. Well, let's try the strategy of counting up. Instead of starting with $1 and taking away 43 cents, let's start with 43 cents and see if we can count up, finish off that dollar, which should give us the same answer as if we subtracted. So 43. First thing I'm going to do is count up to get to even 50. So let's think here. 43. 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. That's 7 more cents. And you might think, oh yeah, 3 and 7, that makes sense, I get that. So 7 more cents would get us to that even 50 cents. And then if I have 50 cents, how many more cents would get me to $1? Well, 50 extra, so 50 and 50 make $1. That's one of those doubles facts that I know. 50 and 50 make $1. That means I think the correct answer for change would be 57 cents. 57 cents. And now I'm going to check that. I'm going to actually do the subtraction. take away that 43 cents of my item and see if I actually get that answer of 57 cents. Let's see if my mental math was correct. I'm gonna go next door, 0 cents, take away 3 cents. Gotta go next door, nothing there. I'm gonna rename here. 10 dimes, $1 is 10 dimes. And now I've got something that I can take away. And there we go, I'm gonna have 10 pennies. Take away 3 pennies is 7 pennies. Hey, looking good so far. And 90 cents, take away 40 cents, or 9 dimes, take away 4 dimes. It's gonna be 5 dimes. And this dollar went away when I regrouped. Forgot to put my 0 there. 0, take away 0 is still 0. Hey friends, it worked. 57 cents is the amount of change. I can find it by subtracting with paper and pencil, or by using this awesome mental math strategy of counting up. See if you can try both of those today for an extra challenge. Invent more problems, maybe buy your 12 items or the other 10 items that we didn't do, buy them again, and this time try calculating with mental math and have your parents check to see if you're right, or check on paper and pencil and see if you're correct. Have fun.